In a bright classroom suffused with sunlight, students sat in neat rows, clad in modest attire. The atmosphere was serene, with the walls decorated with reminders of kindness, respect, and Islamic values. One morning, the teacher stood at the front, her gentle smile radiating warmth. Today, she announced, you will work in groups on a special project. Remember, Islam, teamwork and kindness are just as important as success. The students formed their groups eagerly, chatter filling the air. Among them were 4 boys, Ahmad, Zaid, Bilal, and Yusuf. Yusuf was quiet, often trying his best but sometimes struggling to grasp lessons as swiftly as his peers. Though he yearned to excel, he frequently felt like he was lagging behind. As they gathered, Ahmad quickly assumed command. Let's finish this quickly, he urged, his focus on speed evident. Bilal and Zaid nodded in agreement, already jotting down ideas, while Yusuf stared at the paper, confused. I don't understand this part, he said softly, his voice barely rising above the noise. Ahmad sighed, clearly frustrated. We already explained it. Just do your part. Yusuf nodded and attempted to contribute, but his head was a whirlpool of uncertainty. He guessed on his section, hoping it would suffice. The group prioritized haste over collaboration, rushing through the project without truly supporting one another. The following day, the teacher held their projects with a serious expression. I'm disappointed, she said, causing the boys to exchange nervous glances. There are several mistakes in your project. It was not completed correctly. Ahmad frowned, disbelief etched on his face. That's not possible, he whispered. You needed teamwork, not speed. Their group had failed. When the bell rang, the boys turned to Yusuf, who felt the weight of impending blame. This is your fault, Ahmad snapped. You didn't do your part properly, added Bilal, while Zaid simply shook his head, asserting that they all suffered due to Yusuf's shortcomings. Yusuf's chest tightened. I tried. I didn't understand, he mumbled, but his words went unheard. From that day on, Yusuf became the target of whispers and exclusion. Don't include him in our group, he ruins everything, they said. Each remark hurt deeply, adding to his sense of isolation. Gradually, Yusuf stopped raising his hand in class. Even when confusion gripped him, he remained silent, haunted by the fear of judgment. At home, he found himself sitting alone with his books, mindlessly staring at the pages. I'm just not good enough, he whispered to himself, and with that, his confidence diminished. One day, the teacher noticed Yusuf's transformation from an eager learner to a withdrawn student. After class, she approached him gently. Yusuf, why have you become so quiet? He hesitated before responding, his voice barely above a whisper. They think I'm useless. I always make mistakes. The teacher sat beside him, her eyes full of compassion. Do you know what our Prophet taught us? She asked. Yusuf shook his head. He taught us that every believer has value and that we should help one another, not hurt one another. She continued, your group did not fail because of you alone. They failed because they didn't support you. In Islam, we are responsible for each other. The next day, the teacher called Ahmad, Bilal, and Zaid to her desk. You blamed Yusuf, she said firmly. But did you help him understand? The boys looked down, ashamed. No, Ahmad admitted softly. Then you all share the responsibility, she stated. The Prophet taught us to support one another, not to break each other. The boys felt a sense of shame wash over them. After class, Ahmad approached Yusuf slowly. I'm sorry, he said. We should have helped you. We were wrong. Zaid nodded in agreement, suggesting, can we try again? Together? Initially hesitant, Yusuf saw their sincerity and managed a small smile. Okay, he replied. This time, things were different. They sat together calmly, with Ahmad explaining patiently and Bilal encouraging Yusuf when he struggled. Zaid supported him step by step, and gradually, Yusuf began to understand. For the first time in a long while, he raised his hand in class. His voice was quiet yet steady as he answered correctly. The teacher beamed with pride. When the group received their new project results, the teacher praised them, declaring, excellent work. The boys exchanged happy glances. This time, it transcended mere success. They had learned that true achievement is about kindness, patience, and uplifting one another. Yusuf had regained his confidence.